Hello and welcome to the Nook Book Review. I'm Ghannouj. What do you get when you mix Ivy League idealism, a Cold War agenda, and a jazz-loving spy with a knack for coups? Hugh Wilford's America's Great Game is less about spies and more about hubris in a kufiya, an irresistible, infuriating dive into how the US tried to charm, stir, and sometimes topple the modern Middle East. This is the story of America's Arabists, CIA romantics who thought they could remake the region with a few well-placed whispers and a tray of hummus. They were brilliant, misguided, and dangerously charming. It starts with missionaries in the 19th century. Hymnals, not handguns. The American University of Beirut. Protestant virtue in a world of Ottoman ruins. Then comes World War II, and with it the CIA's earliest roots. OSS operative who swapped maps for mandates, wanting to replace British rule with an enlightened American version. Spoiler, it didn't go well. Enter the three stars of the tragedy comedy. Kermit Kim Roosevelt, grandson of Teddy, orchestrator of the 1953 Iran coup. Regime change never looked so prep school smug. Archibald Archie Roosevelt, fluent in Arabic, passionate about Arab culture, yet stuck between love for the region and orders from Langley. And Miles Copeland, jazz trumpeter, philosopher, and clandestine meddler. The guy who could quote Plato, riff Coltrane, and install a dictator just before lunch. Together, they didn't just play America's Great Game, they were the game. Their dream, cultural kinship. Arab nationalism, post-colonial dignity. What they delivered? Chaos, distrust, regime toppled. Wilford doesn't flinch. He shows how noble intentions were crushed under Cold War pressure, oil interest, and paranoia. The results? A region more fractured, more inflamed, and more suspicious of American goodwill than ever before. Wilford writes with archival precision, but also a storyteller's flair. It reads like a spy novel ghostwritten by Edward Said. Each page balances detail with drama, irony with indictment. America's Great Game isn't just a history. It's a eulogy for the idea that influence can be gentle, that America could ever get the Middle East without burning the maps in the process. Read it to understand how the seeds of today's crises were planted decades ago, not by villains in bunkers, but by well-meaning men in khakis with a shocking amount of power and a very little insight. And like Miles Copeland said, there were no winners, only survivors. If you've read the book, please comment, share, like, and follow.